Okay. I wanted to do this video. You see my room is a little bit more cleaner. Except for like this damn yoga mat or whatever. And I got shoes. I don't have any shoes like I used to, so whatever. But yeah, I want to do this video and I'm gonna title this video Still Misunderstood. Um Yesterday I went out for the 4th of July. Typically it's not that I'm not a person that don't like going out or whatever. I like going out when I have people to go out that I actually like. When I go to a lot of different family things, it's not that I don't like my family per se. It's just that I get along with some family members better than others, and some I just don't particularly care for. So when I go to certain places, I normally go with my sisters or whatever because we cool like that. Like we joke, we laugh, and stuff like that. And before I get into the full thing, everybody has this judgment that I don't get along with boys or I don't like boys or whatever. I have no issues really necessarily with males, and it's not necessarily that I get along with females better. It's just that the type of person I am, I'm not a stereotypical dude. I don't really want to hear about basketball or whatever. I don't really care about the over exertion of masculinity and talks and stuff like that. I don't really care about listening to people talk about sex or whatever. I don't want to hear about weed or whatever. I just don't care about stuff like that. Like when I talk to somebody, if you can have an intelligent conversation with me, you can talk to me. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter if you're a male or female. It don't matter if you're young or old. It don't matter if you're gay, straight, bi, transgender. It doesn't matter. So like my cousin, I talk to him a lot, and he's a male, and the difference between him is he's very versatile in his character. Like he can go ahead and talk to his male friends. He can talk to them about, basketball and girls and stuff like that. And he can come talk to me about real life events, social issues, and just intelligent stuff. And that's why me and him get along so much. Everybody's not like that. So it's not that I don't get along with males. It's just the fact that a lot of them are very stereotypical, and I just don't care for that stuff. I don't care at all. Like I'm very funny. I make little funny jokes, and I have a funny character, and I like to talk about intellectual, intelligent stuff. So that's just me. So go over to my cousin's house for the 4th of July to go eat. That's basically the only reason I went over there, is to get something to eat, so I could have something to eat for dinner because I had already ate like. So how I eat carby stuff at the beginning of the day, and then the second half of the day I eat all protein or whatever. So I knew I was going to get a whole bunch of protein type stuff over there. So that's why I went over there. So my sisters cannot go because my mother had to work and my sister had to watch my younger sisters, whatever. They didn't go. So I went over there with my grandma, even though I kind of didn't really want to go, but we had to say we was going to go anyway. And I wanted to show my cousin her support for her. So I went, ate her food or whatever, went downstairs with the boys because they told me, they kind of suggested me to go downstairs with the boys. So I went down there with them. They were kind of playing this kind of, it was some live and dead game or something like that where it was like shooting. I don't too much care for shooting games. I really don't. I just don't care for them. Some of them just seems kind of stupid. It's like you're shooting aimlessly, and this one didn't seem like it really had any purpose. Didn't really have any direction of the game. So the dude, my cousin's boyfriend, was like, "Oh, you want to play the game or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I played the game with my cousins. I guess one of my other cousins, my cousin's other cousin, um, his son or whatever. And I was playing a game with him, and I played for a while, blah, 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 whatever. I won a little bit, and I lost, whatever. So I stopped playing because I didn't too much care anymore. And he asked, "Can he see my game?" I gave him my Nintendo 3DS, let him play my kid Icarus, whatever. Then I went upstairs. So I sat in the kitchen, basically texting on my phone, whatever like that, because I was basically done with being in the basement. I mean, the dudes had already left, and I didn't want to just sit down there and just like play on my phone, so I went upstairs in the kitchen. So I figured, I can cook, so I might as well go and cook with my grandma and my cousin. It had no shade to the dudes, it just didn't too much care for the kind of environment that was going down there or whatever, and they had left anyway. It was just me and the son, so I went upstairs. So I sit up there and sit there for a while, and then her grandmother was like, you don't want to go down there with the boys and da 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 da. This and one other. I was like, I was down there. I played the game with them and I lost, so I came back up here. And then my grandma was like, he's just sitting up there on the phone. After a while, she was like, he's just sitting there, whatever, like that on his phone, or whatever. Like, my grandma was like, how teenagers are, whatever, all people or whatever like that. And I was just sitting on my phone, still texting or whatever. And I told her, I was down there, blah blah blah, whatever, and whatever. And then I had went in there and she's like, "Oh, you come in, you don't talk, you shy or something like that." And then she was like, "Are you shy with girls?" And I was like, "No," or whatever. And I was like, she asked me, "Am I shy?" And I'm like, "No." And I'm like, "It depends." And she like, "It depends on what am I? It depends on the people. If I don't too much care for you and who you are, I'm not gonna talk at all. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'll get on my phone. I'll text somebody. I won't really call nobody because I feel like that's more rude. But I'll text somebody or play a game on my phone or be on Twitter or something like that. But I won't talk to you. And I feel like you have to give people the opportunity to be able to open themselves up to you. Like, I'm a very conversational type person. Like, honestly, I'm probably the most talkative person that anybody knows. But if you're not even allowing me a chance to be who I am and to be able to present myself in the manner that I can be civilized and be conversational, then I'm not going to be that way. And it's just like everybody was already trying to go cut into me and be Dr. Phil and trying to say what my character is and stuff like that. It was just like, okay, I'm turned off. I don't want to talk to nobody. So I just didn't. And then she was trying to like set me up with one of her female cousins or something like that, and I did not want her. And she's acting all funny. She was telling her to introduce herself to me and for us to talk. And she's in college and I'm in college. And we try to talk, but I think they were really trying to set it up in a more romantic way. And I do have things for certain girls, not all of them, a small percentage, but I didn't want her. Being plain and honest, I did not want her because she was doing way too much. She was sitting up there running and like she didn't want to talk to me, like, walking away and stuff like that. Like, I really wanted her. Like, she, I had some kind of disease. Like, girl, I don't want you. Like, if I was going to pursue you or not, I wouldn't pursue a person like you as a girlfriend or as just a regular friend because you're doing too much. You act like I have a fucking disease and I really want you. She the one who told you to introduce yourself to me or me introduce myself to you. I didn't go pursue you. I just came upstairs. So it's like she doing all this. Like, she don't want to talk to me. And I'm like, I don't care. And she like, who she getting all sexy phone and stuff like that. She's like, she talks to my cousin's boyfriend or whatever. And I'm just like, that's fine or whatever. But it was just like the point that I don't too much give a fuck if you don't talk to me. It does not matter. I'm going to live my life. Like, you're not really all that appealing to me in the first place. Whether she had said something or not, or whether you was being a dickhead at that point, you wasn't appealing to me. So it's just like, you acting like I really want you and I don't. So I just kept, the whole time I was just texting on my phone, texting my friends, whatever, like, come save me, whatever, and stuff. And it just kills me how people just like judge you and they don't even know you. It's like, I actually get to see who that real person is besides what you're trying to say of them from what you're getting when they haven't even opened up their real character. That's when you can judge somebody. When you actually get down and sit down and talk to somebody, have a real conversation with them, that's when you can talk to somebody. But don't sit up there and say they're shy when you haven't even got a chance to talk to them. So it's just like, what the fuck? So that happens just like all the time. And it's just so funny because it's like, I am a very conversational person, but people start off like that, and it's just like, now you done got me to the point that I don't want to talk to you. So it's just like, why do people do that? Like, why? And I was just like, I'm ready to go. I tell my friends, like, I'm ready to go because I'm getting aggravated and you're doing too much trying to be Dr. Phil and stuff like that. And just doing way too much. And it's just like, I'm grown. I'm 22 years old. Even though I may look young and stuff like that, I'm 22 years old. I'm grown. Don't try to force me to do something that I don't want to do. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. If I want to sit up here and walk around the damn corner for the whole 3 hours that y'all are there, and that's what I'm going to do. It don't worry about it because I'm grown. I did try to say hi to enough people as I could or whatever, but it's just like the point that I couldn't even get the point to really say hi or really talk to anybody before I was already getting shot from every different direction about who I am. And it's just like, to me, that's not how you start with anybody. Like, I'm the type of person, if you strike at me, I'm gonna strike back or whatever. That's how I am. So it's just like, you start acting funny, I'm gonna start acting funny too. Cause I don't have time for that stuff. And it's like, I hate when people, like, sometimes people do stuff too, like they try to ask you certain questions and they really know what they want to get out of you, but they don't really say it. It's like, if you act dumb, I'm gonna act dumb with you. Like, some people, they try to like hint around me putting my sexuality out there or whatever, and I'll act dumb with them. It's not that I'm trying to hide it, but it's just like, first of all, it's not an obligation for me to tell you nothing like that. Number two, if you really want to be big and bold with it, be big and bold with it and just say it. Don't sit up here and try to beat around the bush and then think that I'm going to sit up there and just fill in the blanks for you. Like, say what you're going to say and mean what you're going to mean. I'm not about to sit up here and give you the moral satisfaction or give you, what you want, and you can't even sit up there and to simply just put it out there. So, and it just really kills me just how people do that. Like, it does. And that's why I just don't really mess with too many people, because if you allow me to be open enough to be who I'm in without judging me, you will get to know who I am. And then if you don't, then you won't. And that's just, it is what it is. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to go home and I'm going to talk to my friends. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to enjoy my life. So it's just like, it's your miss, not mine. Because I'm just not really going to care. It's unfortunate. Like, when I was at school, back in the fall or whatever, we had like this this group stuff. We were supposed to do a lot of different international stuff or whatever, and we sat down and we got in a group with 3 people, and I was one of the most conversational persons. There was one dude that just didn't talk to us at all. And I didn't judge him. I mean, that's just who he is. He didn't want to talk to us. Okay, oh well, that's on him. But I'm not going to judge him. And me and the girl that was in the group, we got to be good friends because she never judged me. It was sometimes that I just wasn't too comfortable in some kind of certain situations that we had to do as a group. It's like just I guess kind of like icebreaker type stuff or whatever. And she didn't judge me, and that's why me and her became friends because she let me be who I was without her sitting up here trying to point fingers at me and trying to stick me to figure out, okay, is this him? Is this him? Is this him? Is this him? Or whatever like that. Or if this is him, trying to tell me who I am and you don't even really know me yet. So I just wanted to put it out there just because, just to vent or whatever. I'm pretty sure I had a direction of where this video was going to go, but I forgot. But it was more just like a vlog of just what happened yesterday and just, man, misunderstood. So that's it right now. So I think my friend will end up calling me in a second. So peace everybody. I hope everybody's having a great 4th of July week/weekend that we're going to be going into. And enjoy life.